Hello there, and welcome to another quick video. So what I wanted to go through today is I've been asked a few times about my text editing setup, my programming and web setup, and what I do is I just use Vim. And I've been using Vim since, I believe, 2015. I switched to Linux in late 2011, early 2012, and at first I was using Nano, and I switched over from Nano to Vim around, I believe, 2015, and I fell down the Vim rabbit hole online and started using Vim. And why would you want to use Vim, which is a terminal tool, over something like, I don't know, Sublime Text, VS Code, any of the GUI text editors? Well, I personally prefer terminal tools myself. Plus, there's the fact that you can use them anywhere. Vim runs everywhere from Linux, Mac, Windows to on your server. I can SSH over to any of the servers that I run for my websites and edit the text just right there, and I don't need to, do anything special. And I can put the same vimrc, which is your custom Vim configuration for how you like your Vim set up, and I can put that on all those machines. I have it on my GitHub, and I'm also going to show you that here in a few minutes. And but yeah, we're not going to dive too deep into Vim. I'm going to show you some of the bare essentials. I'm hoping to keep this video around 10-12 minutes long, just to show you the basics and how you can get started with editing a document. And I will also show you a program and a website that will help you dive deeper if you think that Vim might be your thing. So let me go over to a fresh workspace here, and let me make me a little smaller so that you can see properly. Okay, so open a terminal here, and let me go to my test directory. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to open up just a basic markdown file. We'll call it test.md. Also, let me zoom in on my terminal so you can see it better. Okay, so we're inside of Vim. Learning Vim. We are going to learn how to use Vim today. Here is a line. We are going to copy and paste it. Here is a line that we are going to delete. Okay, so this is some basic stuff that I've got written out that we're going to play with. So as you can see real quick, we have syntax highlighting. We're in Markdown, so the title is colored and our bold is bolded here. So the first thing I want to show you is Vim's modes. Okay, now first let me save the file, and I will also show you how to do that. So right now we are in normal mode. I can't type anything. Well, I accidentally went into insert there. But yeah, can't type anything. You can hear I'm pressing buttons and nothing's happening. But what we can do is we can press I. Now I can type a new line. And then I press escape to go back to normal mode. Now let's say I want to delete a line, but I don't want to go into insert mode and just backspace it. I want to do the whole thing in one go. Well, let's say I'm at the top of the document. I just went to the very top. I did that by pressing GG. Good game. Top of the document. Let's say I want to go to the very bottom of the document. There I am. I just pressed Shift G. So that's how you go top of document, bottom of document. Or end of line and beginning of line with end and home keys. Okay? Now let's say I want to delete this line. Here's the line that we're going to delete. Press V. As you can see at the bottom, we're now in visual mode right here. And you can use your arrow keys or the other keys that I will show you in just a second, or if you want to just grab the whole line like that and press D for delete. Okay. Now let's say I want to delete this line and this line and this line. Okay, so now I can just boop, boop, and boop, just like that, and with just a few keystrokes, I nuked all of those lines. So now let's say I want to see this line that we're going to copy and paste. So highlight, and then press Y for yank, and P for paste, and you can keep doing that, and then we got rid of those. So let's say we want to save this just as it is. Now we are going to save this file, and we're going to back out. So we're going to go into one of Vim's other modes, command mode. I went into command mode by pressing the colon key, and I'm going to press W for write, and then Q for quit. And you can see I'm now back to my directory here. I can press LS for list, and then I can go right back into the same file. Now let's say let's just, delete everything in it. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. Well, let's say I just want to go back to the file. I don't want to retype all that. I don't remember what to do. What do I do to fix it? Well, I can just hit Q and exclamation point. That quits without saving, and I can go right back to it, and you can see that it's there just the way it's supposed to be. I'm going to just like to get a sip of water here real fast. Okay. Now, what else can we do with Vim? Navigation is, there's two ways you can navigate around your Vim. You can, of course, use the arrow keys like this, or you can do it the Vim way. You can press H to go left, L to go right, K to go up, and J to go down. It seems a little weird, but once you learn Vim controls, it's quite good, a quite fun way to get around. And there's a lot of ways you can use Vim controls in other programs as well. Like there's a browser extension for browsing things, for browsing pages using Vim keys and stuff like that. That's not something I'll get into in this video, but just thought you might like to know about it. There's an extension called Vimium if you want to play with it. It runs on both Firefox and Chromium browsers. So a couple other things I'll show you real fast before we get out of this file. Let's say I want to search for something. Press slash, and what do we want to? We want to search the word file. There it is. And if there were more occurrences of it, it would highlight. But let me show you now. I'll show you my vimrc, and what your vimrc is it's just it's your own configuration of Vim. Vim by itself looks just like this. See how there's like nothing there? You know how I had line numbers and stuff? Well, here's my vimrc. Now, line by line, I'll tell you what each thing does. I've had the same vimrc for like probably 10 years now. I haven't changed it. Well, I think I added what did I add a few years ago? I can't remember. I added something, but I really don't remember what it was. But you'll see where it says set number, that's line numbers. You can see them, of course, right here on each line. The set mouse line allows you to move the cursor, scroll, highlight things with your mouse. HL search here highlights search matches and shows them up as you type. Set wrap is line wrap, to where when you get to the end of the line, it will go to the next line instead of doing a whole horizontal thing that you got to go through. Auto indent, new lines, they just keep their indent level. There is the cursor line there, and cursor line opt, and that highlights the current lines, or just the line number. And file type indent, on or off. This auto indents based on the type of file. Like if I had, a bash script and I ran, I made a function and then I hit enter, it would auto tab it for me, so I got to do it myself and stuff like that. And syntax, that's syntax highlighting based on the type of file you're doing. Like if I was doing a bash script, I'll just show you real quick. Vim, let me go back to the test directory. Test.sh, user, bin, env bash, and name equals test script echo name. And you can see there I've got proper syntax highlighting. If I was making a function, echo, print the thing, and then it highlights that, and here's your comments, and echo, and there you can kind of see my vimrc in action there. Not going to save that because that's a useless script, but that is pretty much Vim in a nutshell. Now I want to show you, just a second, let me grab my browser over here. I want to show you real fast a couple of resources. There is this one. This will let you go through some exercises with Vim, and you can start learning it. Here's an introduction to different modes. This is all for if you want to dive deeper into Vim. This is a good resource. If you're on Windows or Mac, let me show you something real fast. If you're on Linux, you can just go like this, and it's not going to install for me because Vim is already installed. But if you don't have Vim already installed, it would install it just like that, apt install Vim. But if you don't have Vim, or if you're on Windows or Mac or whatever, just come over here to vim.org. You can also click on Learn Vim there, and here's some resources for learning it. But if you want to download it, just come right here, downloading Vim. Here's exe files for Windows. Here's stuff for Mac. And you can figure out how to install Vim based on your operating system. So that's Vim Hero. There's Vim's website. I will link both of these in the description. And the last thing I will show you is this before we call it a video. If you have Vim and you really want to dive deep into it and do exercises right here in your terminal, just run this command. It's called vimtutor. And let me zoom out so you can see better. And this little program will go through Vim with you. We'll just read this real quick. Vim's a powerful editor that has many commands, too many to explain in a tutor such as this. This tutor is designed to describe enough commands that you'll be able to easily use Vim as an all-purpose editor. So open this up if you'd like. Go through it. Go through the exercises, either they're in vimtutor or on Vim Hero. Give it a few days. It will take you some time to adjust, but I think you will find that you will really come to like the Vim way of doing things. I know I did, and hopefully you'll enjoy it, and you'll see why everyone else really enjoys using Vim. And once you get used to it, it'll probably be really hard for you to go back to whatever way of editing text you were doing before. And set up your vimrc the way you like it, and just play with it, and There's also NeoVim. You can fall down that rabbit hole and stuff like that. But we're officially at 15 minutes, so we went a little longer than I thought, but than I planned on. But I think we got a good little bit covered. So thank you for checking out this video. Thank you for checking out the basics of Vim and seeing if you like it. And let me know in the comments if you give it a shot. And I will link those resources, like I said, in the video description. And hope you have a good day, and we will see you in the next video.